We'll call the Tuesday, October 1st, 2024 Williams County Commission meeting to order. Beth, will you call a roll, please?
Barry?
Here.
Corey?
Here.
Bo?
Here.
David?
Here.
We have a quorum. We will continue. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we'll start with item C, the consent agenda. What are the wishes of the board?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote.
Barry?
Yes.
Corey?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Bo?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Motion eventually passed. So, moving on to item D, public comments. These are general public comments. Anyone in the audience wish to address the board? Seeing no one, we'll move on to item D, planning, or E, planning and zoning.
Good morning, Michelle Haugen with County Planning. First item we have today is LU-0056-24. Christopher Seidenstricker is requesting a variance for the side setback requirements within the rural residential zoning district. This is a tract of 208 by 208 in the northeast of Section 7, Township 156 North, Range 95 West, which is Pleasant Valley Township, and they did recommend approval on this item. The applicant is requesting the variance from setback requirements within this zoning district for the side setback. Within the rural residential zoning district, the side building setback is 20 feet, and the applicant is requesting a reduction to 7 feet from the required 20. The request is in conjunction with a building permit for construction of a 10 by 16 shed to be built along the south lot line. This request does not qualify for the county administrative variance process as the setback reduction is greater than the allowable 25% in that process. Access to the subject property is taken off of State Highway 40. When Planning and Zoning heard this item at the last meeting, they did recommend approval 8-0.
Okay, is the applicant present? Okay, what are the wishes of the board?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve and follow recommendations of planning and zoning.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote.
Corey?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Bo?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Barry?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, so the second one we have today is LU-0057-24. Greg Zavalny with Horizon Resources is requesting a conditional use permit to place a 30,000-gallon propane tank on a leased portion of the subject property. Property is owned by John Hagan, Neil and Paula Hagan, Phyllis Silty, and Vonda Severson. It is located at MS 14-0093, which is in the north half of the northeast of Section 21, Township 154 North, Range 99 West, being 12 Mile Township. The township also did recommend approval on this item. The applicant is requesting the conditional use permit to place a 30,000-gallon propane tank on the lease site consisting of approximately 1.15 acres for the storage and sale of propane. There will be approximately 2 to 3 trucks weekly that will be offloading to fill the tank, while an additional 2 to 3 trucks daily will be extracting propane to deliver within the area. With this property being within the agricultural zoning district, this type of use does require the conditional use permit. There is an existing access point to this property off 126th Avenue Northwest, which is also known as County Road 11. The applicant is intending to upgrade that existing approach. The Planning and Zoning Commission recommended approval 8-0 when this item was heard at the September 19th meeting.
Okay, I see the applicant is present. Do you have any comments for the board or any? Okay, anybody have any questions for the applicant? Okay, what are the wishes of the board?
Motion to approve, following recommendations.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote, please.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you. Okay, we're moving on to item F, report of departments, starting with the auditor.
Oh, I don't have to push it. Good morning. Brenda Johnson with the Williams County Auditor's Office. And our office is coming before you today in regards to the 2021 tax foreclosure list. This year, we do have a unique situation. The current owners have through the business day today to pay on their 2021 taxes to be removed from the list. However, due to Century Code, we do have to have that minimum bid price set for the properties that will go into the sale. So as you see, that list is quite long today. I do anticipate several of them coming off. And we are suggesting to do the column 5, which is the total taxes due on October 1st. That includes any taxes, penalties, interest, and fees due through that day.
Okay. Any questions for Brenda or what are the wishes of the board?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to set the 2021 tax foreclosure minimum price sale at, you said the amount due August 1st or October 1st?
Correct.
Perfect. Is there a second?
No, second.
Is there any discussion?
Brenda, just a quick question, if I may, so I think it might be a benefit to the public too, that we can't set, or we can set that price higher.
We can
But
set that
If
price
it
higher.
sells for higher, does that money still go to the state?
Yes, what happens if it sells for more than that minimum amount due on October 1st, or that total amount due on October 1st, we hold those funds for 90 days, and the former owner or any lien holders have a right to file to claim that money. If they do not claim that money, then the balance of it goes to state unclaimed funds.
And that used to go to the county, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. Any other discussion? Okay, hearing none. Beth, roll call vote, please.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes. Motion passes.
And then the second thing that we need today is we need you to set the hearing for a minimum objection bid price for townships and cities. And that should be held on October 15th, 2024, during the commission meeting.
Okay,
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Beth, roll call vote.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you. Okay, jumping down to item G, report of county administrator, starting with the open positions report.
Do you have something else, Beth? Do you want me,
Yeah, we had 'em.
here, you want me to?
We're-
I'll take them later.
The list is possibly changed already.
You can have one if you want.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead, Helen.
I was just giving you a minute to peruse your handout. All right, a couple of things just added to my list yesterday before I get to the two items on the agenda. My first question is just for you all. I'm going to put together our 2025 calendar. You know, you see the calendar on the sticky board ahead of you. We do set some commission meetings. I'll look at the calendar to make sure that they don't fall on holidays or there's not some complication. But I just wanted to verify with you that you're good with the other things the other meetings we've been adding to the calendar. We've been having a budget meeting in January. And also then we set our budget hearing dates so that we all have those on our calendar for July in the third week, in the week in which the third Tuesday appears. Does that all still make sense to everyone? Oh, and Beth is right. And Beth is right. We set that December meeting as well. We have to approve that final bill pay of the year, so it's always right at the end of the year. So good with everyone for me to set those. I may actually work ahead and do 25 and 26. We know when the holidays. Sorry, getting excited on a Tuesday morning. Are you? Yeah, no microphone? Okay. All right, the other thing I'll just, let me look at my notes here, guys. The other thing I'll just touch on is that we continue to work through some of the financial changes that we need to make as mandated by state regulation changes by the state auditor. And one of those is that we are having conversations and meeting with the water board to help to understand how we can better bring them into our financial system. Bo has been going to the water board meetings, and of course I'm working with Beth to do that. So just know that that's also been going on in the background. All right, we'll jump into the position report. Remember in July, I jinxed us by saying we had no openings, and then we had 87, not quite that many. And now we're back to 0 again, and so, gosh, who knows?
Knock on wood.
You can see we have a number of positions. We've been recruiting. We've been doing interviews like crazy. Since I created this report late last week, we've actually made some job offers and had some accepted, but lots in the works as it relates to positions. I do have one change that I would like to request approval for. We talked about it in the midst of budgeting this year because I did plan for it in next year, and that is to change the status of one employee, Holly Snellings. From within our system, we have an FTR, then we have an FTR 45, and we talked through that, looked at the reports previously, but I do need your permission to make that change, and so I'd like to do that for this last quarter of this year, and then of course we plan to proceed to do that into next year.
Okay, what are the wishes of the board?
I would make a motion to approve that request.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote, please.
Barry?
Yes.
Corey?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes,
Bo?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
motion passes.
Then if we look at the board position appointments, we have the seat that was held by Shane Simbalek, and we previously talked about, I think either due to a move or due to a change in boundaries, Shane was actually no longer living in the district. So when his seat came up, he wasn't able to reapply, but Brett Brothers lives in that district and was able to and did. We got word back from planning and zoning. Of course, that's the process. The board gets to have some input before it comes to you. So I heard back from Cameron that there was that discussion. So the term would be 10/1/2024 to 9/30 of 2028.
Okay, what are the wishes of the board?
Motion to appoint Brett Brothers for the next term till 9/30 of 2028.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Beth, roll call vote, please.
Corey,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. So then the last item is a report that by policy I present to the board. You can see the policy is indicated there at the top, but in essence, what it says is on August 31st of each year, our accrual calendar ends. And so we have a policy that says employees can carry 96 hours of vacation leave into the next 12-month period. A supervisor can approve someone to carry more than those 96 hours the first year. And so you'll see at the bottom of the list, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who, oh, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, it's 5 either way, guys. There's 5 people. So that's in the midsection of the list. And then in the second year or subsequent, the commission approves such carryover. And a part of that is that there is a fiscal note to any vacation leave that's carried forward, because by North Dakota state law, time that is classified as vacation leave or PTO has to be paid out at the employee's current hourly rate when they leave employment. And so one of the things I have to calculate during the audit each year is what our liability is for the bulk of the vacation that we carry on our books. So the point behind this is we expect people to take time off and enjoy that time away and come back to us happy, healthy, content human beings who are ready to do the work that they've agreed to do for us. And we don't want to carry loads of vacation on our books. And so we do have 5 people on the list who have been approved by their department head or their portfolio commissioner to be on this list to be approved. I will tell you the state's attorney's office has 4 people on the list, and they are right now down an attorney. And so I think that's part of what contributes to this, is that they have just a little more work to do than they would like until we can get that position filled. But we also recognize that a couple of people perpetually have trouble using vacation. And we recognize that the way the policy is written today might not be helping always to solve the problem, because what we say is the time you carry forward, pretend it's 50 hours, let's use 40 because it's a nice week. Carry 40 hours beyond the 96. You have to use it by the end of December. But if you're accruing 8 or 10 hours of vacation leave, the September, October, November, December accrual that you've received, we don't require you to expend that. So you're burning up your excess into December, but now here you are a third into the year and you've only used up the excess, and you see it can become a difficult cycle. We are in the process of doing a policy manual review right now, where we're making some policy updates. And of course, it'll go through department heads, go to an attorney, and then come here for final review. But we may look at making some changes to this policy to maybe require people that are in this second or later year to use even more of their leave in order to try and help them get kind of on the right side of this process. I'll take any feedback. I know that this has been a contentious question in the past, and so I wanted to give you a little foundation before I turned it over to you. But the request today is for these 5 people to be able to carry forward the leave that you see here. They have to use this balance, and it notes on the report the balance they need to be down to by December 31st.
Okay, any questions or comments, or otherwise what are the wishes of the board?
Helen, can you tell me what that bottom line means? You said 2024 vacation balances over 96 forfeited by 19. What's that mean?
Yeah, so there were 19 people who said I would carry some vacation forward, but I'm just going to let it go. And typically that's people who last year carried some forward. Their name would have to be on the commission approve it list. And they say, I gotta get this. I'm never gonna get ahead if I don't just start fresh. And so there's a number of people in this room, and I certainly have done it over the years a couple of times too. I couldn't take the time all last year. I've got a lot going on. I don't know how I'm gonna take it this year. I'll start with 96 on September 1st. So 19 people made that choice.
Well, I would make a motion to approve these carry forward vacation hours.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
How long will the review on the manual take? I mean, are we gonna get that done soon? So, I mean, there's a lot of hours on here
Right.
that need to be, we gotta get it figured out. 'Cause you got somebody that can, take the first 3 months of next year off on
Right.
vacation.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not focused on this policy. I'm going through the whole manual bit by bit, but yeah, I'm working on it.
I agree. I mean, I encourage our workers to take their time off. I mean, if I understand everybody's busy, but everybody needs a break.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, hearing none. Beth, roll call vote, please.
Steve,
Yes.
Bo,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Barry,
Yep.
Corey.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes.
Great. Anything else for me?
No. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, we have reached item H, adjournment. Thank you. It is 8:22.
Sorry for the screw up today.